The microphone fell over. Shoot. Hello everyone, my name is Wisdom16 and welcome back to r/entitled parents, where we get to look at the entitled parents of the internet, all bundled up into one subreddit for us to look and laugh at. So, without further ado, here's our first one, entitled At a Trampoline Park. Context: now that school's out, my family and I went to a local trampoline park. One of the things they had there was a swing/trapeze that you jump off into a foam pit, which comes into play later. Also, I'm on mobile, so formatting might be bad. The cast: me equals mediocre, elephant, EM equals entitled mom, W worker, EK entitled kid, M manager. The story: when I was waiting in line for the swing, entitled kid jumped into the foam pit from around a couple spots from behind me. After a brief reprimand from W, she went back in line. When it came to my turn, she jumped in again and I narrowly avoided hitting her in the head. W wasn't taking any trash and called someone to fill in her place and went with entitled kid to talk to her parents and the manager. Entitled kid was in the summer camp that was hosted there and it was about to end, so her mom was there to pick her up. I went to go get my drink and take a break so I could eavesdrop if something happened. W went to the desk and asked for M to join her. This all took place in the waiting room, so I was able to hear everything. After briefly explaining what entitled kid did to M, it was decided that EK couldn't come the next day right away. Entitled mom was complaining that the punishments were too harsh and unnecessary. M clarified that what she did was very dangerous and would not be tolerated under any circumstances. This is when I went back to the trampoline area to continue doing stuff because I only had an hour left before we left for lunch. Yeah, don't do that. Next post. Okay, so this one's a little bit longer. Entitled mother tries to kill kid, ends up blaming me. Just some background info: my native language is French, but I speak good English. I'm a big cyclist and I'm on my iPad typing this. Also, this is pretty deep, just for warning. Warning. The cast: me, entitled mom, PK, poor kid, RC, random cyclist, not really important, P, police, BT, bystander, PT, PD, paramedics. Wait, wouldn't that be PM? Whatever. As in the background info up from here, I'm a huge cyclist, and I mean 100 to 150 kilometers a week cyclist. I still have a hard time believing the story to this day, but let's get on. Around 2 weeks ago, I was on my daily commute bike ride when I saw a mother around mid-30 shoving her child in front of me in the bike lane, forced me to go around and hitting another cyclist head on, both knocking us out at the same time and breaking my... well, I don't know what that is. When I woke up, I see the almighty EM screaming at me while BT is holding her away from me while calling an ambulance and the police. When I was aware of the situation, I was helping the other cyclists get up while I'm trying to avoid EM, and from then, here's how the conversation went. How dare you try and hit my poor angel? You could have killed him. It's not my fault you pushed your child in front of him, so it's not his fault. How dare you accuse me of such a bad thing? Plus, did you see how he went like 50 kilometers per hour? That's impossible. I always have my finger on the brakes. Also, BT, did you call an ambulance yet for RC? Around 2-3 minutes later, an ambulance accompanied by a cop car was coming to assist us, when of course EM tries to lie to them. I'll try to get the conversation as close as possible as I was still trying to process the incident. What happened here? This the stupid cyclist nearly ran over my child, then tried to insult me. That's not true. You pushed your kid in front of me, causing me to hit RC. Are you both okay? Just my head, but I think I'll be fine for now. Who cares about him? Check my poor angel. Remember, he nearly got killed. I just look at her in complete shock when the police officer had enough of her and told her to shut it and let BT talk. When she does, PT confirms that EM pushed PK. When the officer was done, he arrested EM for attempted murder, child endangerment, child neglect, illegal carry of firearms, she illegally owned 7 guns, consumption of illegal drugs like meth, coke if you get what I mean. She has a faith bounty on her now after killing her other child and escaping police from a different province. She ended up getting a life sentence, but not enough popularity to get on the news. I still feel BT for the kid who has to now live with his friend after finding out his entire family was like her. That was the only solution to him. This story doesn't have the happiest ending, but I had to get this off my chest. My wrist is better, but I still have a few bruises. I hope that kid is doing fine now. If you think this is fake, it's not. It just didn't get much attention, and a few people know about this in my city. Small edit. You forgot to add, but you tried to sue me for 50k. Ends up losing. I got 10k, and the rest went to the other family. She lost everything, including her house and all her family and friends. She's also transferred to an asylum because she tried to kill herself. Okay, this one's a little bit shorter, but hopefully has a better ending, and is a little bit more. What's the word? Not extreme. Possibly. Let's read. EM demands I give my phone to her son because he can't afford one. This happened around 6 months ago. Before then, I never came across Untitled Parent. After coming across another post on the subreddit, it reminded me of this one. So after school, we decided to eat some fish and chips at the local Chippy. It was nearby our house and we didn't have anything else to eat, so heck it. When my mom and my younger brother was getting the food, I was sitting down on a seat. I was playing Brawl Stars when I was an 8-year-old loitering. When I saw an 8-year-old loitering around the streets, he came to me. Moments later, he walked away and then he came back with the excuse me, OP, can my EK borrow your phone? He won't steal it. Sure, and I decided to give it to him. Now this was a poor choice. He must have gotten bored with it and he gave it back a minute later. Now this is the point where my youngest brother and my mom got the food and sat down near the table, on the table near the back. Fortunately, the EM and her family were sitting close to me. And EM confronted me saying, "Why did you take it back?" To which I replied, "This is my phone, and I could do whatever I want with it. Plus, your son gave it back to me." "No, you're lying. You snatched it off my son. No, I'm taking this phone for compensation." EM stole it and ran. My mother called the police, and she was detained and arrested for theft. The EK apologized and went to his dad, picked him up. Okay, everyone, that's r/entitled parents reading of the subreddit of that genre. Hope you guys liked it, and hopefully you noticed that, hopefully, a lot of hopefullys here, that I didn't stutter as much when I was reading it. But that does it for this episode. Thank you for watching the video. Goodbye. Stay frosty.